All right, so we are back. Back here at Undead shit Firelink Shrine. So we got this item over here, and if you'll remember from last time, we just came from the Undead Asylum. I had just beaten the tutorial, and now we're here to continue our adventure, which is to ring the two bells of awakening and find out the fate of the undead. So let's talk to this guy. He's not immediately bashing us in the face, so we can talk to him.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
Alright. Not a very enthralling conversationalist, but he at least clarified that there are two bells of awakening that we need to take care of. Let's talk to him again, because most NPCs in Dark Souls require several talk-tos to get all their information out of them. And you can miss entire quest lines and entire pieces of the story if you don't stop for a second and talk to everybody until they start repeating their text.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the fastest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all. What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it. What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Alright, I think we can take that as a cue, as that he's got nothing else to say. So that was quite a bit of an exposition dump. He says the first bell, or at least by the order in which he tells us, the first bell that we should go look for is up there, through the aqueducts. And the second bell that we should go look for is somewhere below us. So we're going to see if there's anything else around here, because I'm pretty sure there's lots of items and stuff. These fire bombs are actually kind of important for what I'm about to go try and do. And hopefully it doesn't take too damn long. Because if I do it on like the first or second try, it'll be really quick. But if I screw it up, it could take a lot of editing to make sure that it doesn't take forever. Oh, here's a guy.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you. Oh my, you again. I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you? Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Alright. So this guy we can actually learn a gesture from. And he gave us the shrug gesture. That's something that I'm not exactly sure why it's done that way, but certain NPCs will teach you new gestures. So just don't forget to talk to them. And I really like this guy's armor because it's an elite version of cleric armor. Like it's cleric armor like what I've got, but got more defense. But it's actually cut content. He is the only character in the game that has that armor, and you can't get it anywhere else. Like, you can't get it from him. You can't find it anywhere in the game. It's just something that he happens to be wearing and is not actually in the game for you to have.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith. I'm afraid that may be difficult. Come again.
Alright, so he doesn't want to share what his mission is, or what his lady's mission is, because I can't pay. I would make a comment about that being typical for church teachings, but that's not what I'm here for right now. So, we'll grab that. I am certain there are some other things that we can grab. I know that there are items behind the shrine, but I can't remember exactly how to get to them. We're going to try this. Because I want to have as many of these items as possible. I don't think I can get to the other ones from here until a little bit later. It's just it's a positioning thing. Like, I have to get that elevator to move, and I don't have the ability to move the elevator yet. So now we're gonna do the first thing, and we're gonna get our weapon that we're gonna use for a very short. Well, if I do it correctly, it will be for a very short extent of the game. This is the weapon I was talking about that would be our starting weapon. That's better than the one we currently have based on our faith. It is a holy sword. And normally you would not have access to this sword until, I don't know, a little bit later in the game. I'm not exactly sure how late, so I don't want to put a number on it. Here's a guy just minding his own business. We can kill him. But it would not normally be until much later in the game. But since we have the master key, we can just open up this door. Grab this large soul. And over here, if you can't exactly tell what that is half of a decaying rotted dragon. And as soon as I go to grab these items over here, it will come to life and smash me to smithereens. Which is fine, because I'm not trying to survive this encounter. I'm just trying to grab these items before he can smash me. Let's see. I don't remember whether he wakes up if you grab this one first or not. No, he does not. So that was a gamble, and we won. But we did not win that one. And that is the first of many times that we will see those words on the screen. But that's fine. Because we got what we wanted. So let's check our equipment. So now we have the Dragon Crest Shield, which is, let's take a look at it. It's got 100% physical reduction compared to the 88 that our other shield had. It's got 20% magic reduction compared to the 40 that our other shield had. 85% fire reduction. I believe this is the best fire reduction in the game. And 45% lightning reduction compared to 65. But the stability is much higher. The strength parameter required is a little higher. And now that we have that, we also have a Stora's Straight Sword. That will boost our damage from 100 to 176. And a big part of that, darn it. So from the mace, we were getting 91 physical damage plus 9 because of our modifiers. But from a Stora's Straight Sword, we're getting 80 physical damage, 80 magic damage, plus 9 and plus 7 from our modifiers, respectively. But it also gives us holy damage, 120 down there at the bottom. And that's important because the place we're about to go, we will need that for sure. We might want to equip our healing talisman too so that we can heal ourselves. I'm just trying to figure out if maybe I want to upgrade the sword at all. Because I think I can... I don't know if I can do that right now. I don't remember. Alright, so this next part is going to be a pain in the dick. So we're just going to run by all the skeletons. What we're doing right now is... we're going to go pick up the weapon that we're going to be using for the rest of the game. And the reason I wanted this sword before I did this is because the sword will allow me to kill the skeletons. And make them stay dead. But now that we've killed the necromancer, they'll stay dead regardless. Now we light the bonfire. I can't rest at the bonfire because here comes the skeleton. But that's fine. We should be all right, as long as we get around behind the skeleton. I wasn't able to get the backstab there. This is torture. Alright, so that skeleton should stay dead. Goodness, this is the hard part. I'm sure you can tell I'm a little... It's been a while since I've tried to do this. I'm definitely definitely a little freaked out because it's been a very long time since I've tried to do this. So we're going to use these. Just to get some more souls so we can level up a little bit. So now we have our strength and dexterity to where we need them to be to use our scythe. And that's as good as we can do. We have a little more endurance, which is nice. I'm a little nervous with this light armor that we have on. Because it's not going to be very good against the skeletons. So we've opened up the way. So now here comes the difficult part. The way people normally do this, it's like a 10-minute run, 10 to 15 minutes. You come down here, you kill the necromancer, you light the bonfire, you rest at it. And then when you get up, you go up this area, you run around, you drop down, and you use a certain staggered pattern to drop down twice to get to the very bottom of the chasm. And that's where you fight the boss. And the reason you fight the boss is because he's pretty easy to kill when you're a human and you can summon help. So that's what you do. You turn yourself human, you summon help, you fight the boss. You take all those souls and you run with them past the skeletons. And you run to where the scythe is, pick it up, drop down a hole again to a blacksmith who will take all those souls that you've acquired and upgrade the scythe for you. And it's the best way to get quote-unquote overpowered pretty quick. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in one run. But I'm going to try. I'm going to give it one try here because I don't want to make this too long. God, I'm so agitated about this already. So actually, I forgot to turn myself human, so there's no reason to try and fight the boss right now. So I've messed up already, is what I'm saying. We're gonna cheaty doodle a second, grab a drink. Now we have to go over here. I have no poise, so if I get hit by any of this garbage, it's a bad time. Now, I don't exactly remember what happens next. This is the part that always messes me up. But we'll see if I can figure it out, maybe. I think what we do here is... yeah, we drop down here is what we want. Uh-oh, this is bad. Okay, not so bad. Not so terrible. Excellent. We got the scythe. All right. Excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead and drop this. I'm going to have to ask you to go. Okay. So I've actually done what I came here to do, other than killing that boss and upgrading the scythe. But that's, I don't want to say it's irrelevant, but huh. I didn't expect for that to succeed. So what I could do now is go fight that boss, take the souls, and get back here. But I have a feeling that that's going to kind of blow up in my face. So what I really want to do... Let's... I don't know if I can make it with that much health, but we're going to try, and if it screws up, well, whatever. Yeah, I didn't jump far. I didn't walk out far enough. So that was my fault. So that's 2 deaths this episode. Maybe I'll find a way to put a death counter up or something. But that... Let's check our equipment real quick. Yeah, not being able to upgrade that great scythe is making it the worst option right now. But that's fine. So what I will do now to end out this episode is get the hell out of the catacombs. Because we've already died and lost some souls. I don't want to do that again. We're going to get the hell out of here. we got the scythe. Hardest part of the game completed. Somewhat. Just gotta wait for them to kill themselves. I know that seemed really risky, but waiting there was the best option. I got kind of lucky. RNGesus was nice to me. So since I'm doing a quick run back, I'm going to explain the word RNG, or it's an acronym. It basically means random number generator. This game is not completely random or anything stupid like that, but because of the way the pathing AI and the combat AI and stuff works, they give their monsters a lot of different ways to do you harm. And so random number generator simply means that any situation in which an outcome that happens isn't something you can necessarily predict. And that's going to dictate a lot of what happens in the early game for us. And it actually could have screwed us over getting the scythe, but hey, we got it. We have the stats to wield it. We just have to save up some souls and buy some shards and get the blacksmith to upgrade it for us, which I'll show you next time. So I will see you guys next time. We actually got the scythe. I got the scythe without getting immensely frustrated. I'm super happy with that.